6 signs that you have an unhealthy relationship with money and how to get on the right track. I'm Lorianne. I'm the co-founder of Dow Janes, and as someone who hasn't always had a good relationship with money, I know some of the key signs that it's time to start to work on your relationship with money. So let's get into them. Sign number 1, do you complain about not having enough money? If you constantly feel like you don't have enough money to do or buy the things that you want, well, that's a good sign that you probably do not have a healthy relationship to money. Complaining expresses a lack of gratitude, and maybe you wish you had the money to go to Bali like all the Instagram influencers that you see, or maybe you are in a difficult financial situation, but that doesn't mean that there are not still reasons to be thankful for the money that you do have. So take a moment to think about, where is that ingratitude coming from? And are you really in a situation where things aren't working for you? Or has complaining about money just become a pattern? You can get out of this pattern by taking a look at the ways that money is serving you right now. Is it helping you stay healthy, keeping you fed, keeping you sheltered? Now, is it allowing you to spend time doing things that you enjoy? Sign number 2, do you avoid talking about money? Now, we all know that talking about money can be #awkward, but if you start to feel uncomfortable anytime the conversation turns toward finances, even something casual, well, then likely you got to take a look at your relationship to money. Now, if you find that this happens even in relationships where you share money or have a lot of trust, like if you don't talk about money with your significant other, that's definitely a sign that you got to take a look at your relationship to money, because the two of you need to make sure that you are on the same page when it comes to spending and saving. So if just speaking about finances makes you really uncomfortable, it's a sign you're going to want to spend some time repairing your relationship to money. Sign number 3, do you spend regular time working on your finances? When people feel intimidated by their finances, they often avoid dealing with them altogether because, well, it stirs up some feelings of stress and overwhelm, and it's understandable that nobody wants to feel stressed or overwhelmed. But it creates a vicious cycle. If you don't spend time working on your finances because you don't want to feel uncomfortable, well, typically your financial situation gets worse and gets even more uncomfortable. And the next time you go to look at your finances, it's even more stressful and overwhelming. So the only way to get over this fear is exposure therapy. You have to put aside time every week to work on your finances. If you want some help doing that in a fun and pleasurable way, check out our video on how to create a weekly money ritual. Sign number 4, do you often regret your purchasing decisions? If you often experience buyer's remorse, this indicates that you either aren't spending your money very intentionally or paying close attention to where your money is going. Or you've got some programming that has you feel guilty whenever you spend money. So we recommend not spending more than 30% of your monthly income on things that you just want. We recommend spending 50% on things that you need and then saving 20%. If you're really out of whack with those percentages, you may be feeling bad about your spending because you know that you have jeopardized either your financial situation now or your financial future. If you want to learn more about how to spend money intentionally, we've got a video coming out on questions to ask yourself before you make a purchase. And this will help you make sure that what you are buying is worth the money so that you don't end up feeling like regret. This was a huge game changer for me. When I started to get really clear on my financial situation, what my financial goals were, and what I needed to do to achieve those goals, I stopped feeling guilty about spending money. Because now I was spending money that I knew I could afford to spend, and that let me enjoy my purchases a whole lot more. All right, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss that video when we release it. Sign number 5, you avoid looking at your bank statement or your bills. Does your heart rate go up when your bank statement comes in? Do you have a drawer full of unopened bills that you just ain't looking at, or Oh, do you not even know the password to log into your credit card account online? Well, this might be because you are avoiding money, and having an avoidance pattern is a clear sign that you need to address your relationship to money. I know because this is how I felt when I was in debt. I avoided looking at anything that told me the facts of my situation as much as possible because those facts freaked me out. It was scary to look at them. But hiding isn't helping you. It is only hurting you. So that's why I recommend doing that weekly money ritual and creating a regular time to review your finances and get that exposure therapy so that you can deal with money for real. All right, sign number 6, are finances affecting your mental or physical health? I don't think I need to explain this one too much. If money problems are keeping you up at night, or anxiety about money is negatively affecting your health or your relationships, it is time to get your finances on track. So if you have watched this video and realized that you are exhibiting, 1 or 2 or all 6 of the signs that you need to address your relationship to money, here's how I recommend you start. I want you to write a letter to money, as if money were a person that you have a relationship to, because you do have a relationship to money. You as an individual have a unique way of thinking, feeling, and acting about money. And the way that you think, feel, and act with money has created the financial situation that you're currently experiencing. So when you write your letter to money, I want you to just get a pen and a piece of paper, write Dear Money at the top, and then go totally unfiltered. Let yourself just free write. Don't worry how it sounds or what other people would think if they read it. Really free yourself to just let what's truly in your heart and in your mind about your relationship to money come to the page. You may find yourself saying things like, Dear Money, why are you never there for me? Dear Money, you seem so hard to grasp. Dear Money, I love you. Why isn't there more of you in my life? Just let yourself write what comes to mind. And at the end of the letter, you can describe how you want your relationship with money to work going forward. Start to create a new picture of that relationship, one where you and money are allies in life, where you are working together. Now, this may sound like a little bit of a silly exercise because, of course, money isn't really a person, but you really do relate to money in a special way. And letting that land on paper can be really clarifying for yourself and very healing. So that's the first step that I want you to take. And if you're feeling super brave, post your letter down in the comments below. Let's share it with each other because you will find that you are so not alone in having difficult feelings or a difficult relationship to money. And when we share it, it helps us relieve even more shame about our relationship to money. All right, looking forward to seeing your letters and thanks for watching.